Well, I'm doing something I haven't done in many years. I'm actually building out a training plan for myself. I'm actually training, which I haven't done since my actual road racing days. Always exercised, always done, you know, training type things, but I've never had like an event on the calendar. And I'm doing progressive overload, and I'm taking intentional rest days, and I'm doing a bunch of zone 2. I'm pre-riding the course a couple times for 2 events. One is the Foco Fondo. I'm going to do a 60-mile gravel event, I suppose, but I want to do well. And the course is challenging. I've done it once by myself. I'm going to ride it a couple more times. I've got 6 weeks until that happens. And then I'm doing the Breck Epic. I'm doing the mini version of the Breck Epic just because I don't have time to do the full 6 days, I think it is, if the full thing. So I'm doing 3 days of the Breck Epic. That's 10 weeks from this recording. And I'm literally here, you're not gonna be able to see this, but I'm on Training Peaks and I'm putting together a training plan. I am the coach and I am the client as well. But I can tell you that it takes, taking some of my own medicine here, but it's super interesting to really kind of look at the calendar, think about not just today's workout or tomorrow's workout, but how my body's taking on more training load. So it's acute training load and chronic training load. Training Peaks is cool because I can actually see my fatigue scores and what my form is like. And, it's an imperfect science, but it's pretty darn close to, it really reflects kind of what I'm feeling. Currently, again, I spent more time on the bike in the past 6 weeks than I have in months and months and months before that, mostly because I got a gravel bike, so it's much easier to kind of do. I've got one mountain bike. It's getting a little long in the tooth. It's at the bike shop right now, but it's going to get me through Breck Epic this year. So the lessons that I'm learning thus far, and which I will continue to report on, is that I do need to be mindful of my recovery. My legs are sore, and I'm doing a fair amount of work, but I do recognize that due to my progressive age, it takes a little bit longer to recover compared to when I was really kind of racing my road bike full time 10 years ago, 12 years ago, where I could train harder, more consistently. So just going to be mindful of that. But the punchline is, it is super cool to feel like I'm in control of my fitness. I don't have to like the fact that it takes longer for me to recover from certain things, but it's super cool just to kind of get into the weeds a little bit, move the needle. I can tell I'm getting fitter, probably fitter now from a bike perspective than I have been in many years. So it's kind of cool. So yes, getting older. Yes, I'm getting a little bit faster. And yes, I'm building up my cardiovascular stamina. So follow along. If you're training for something, let me know. I'd love to nerd out and kind of trade war stories and aches and pains and sore quads. If you're doing some endurance training like this, or if you're running or strength training, whatever it is. But as of today, my for those of you that actually want some data, if you're into Training Peaks at all, my form is a -13. I have a negative form. That is because I'm tired. My fatigue level is a 38, so my body's pretty tired. I have to say, last Sunday, so 5 days ago, I rode 100 miles, which I haven't done in a very long time. I did it on a gravel bike, which made parts of it even harder. And by the time that was done, my form was even worse. My fatigue was a 68 on Training Peaks, which basically means I was pretty shattered. Training stress score of 500 that week. So I'm not going to do that very often because it definitely kind of zapped me quite a bit. But yeah, come along for the ride, and fingers crossed, I will not be last in anything that I do. In fact, I think I'm going to be top 20, top 15 in Foco Fondo. That'll be my goal. So there you have it.